All right, all right, all right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of David E. Taylor Full Frontal Exposure 2.0, where everybody's opinion is a lie. And tonight, I already got Cliff on the phone. We're gonna, David, you could go ahead and take a back seat for the day, okay? And sit back and eat some donuts, and we know what you like to eat, right? You know you like that Krispy Kreme donut, David. Tonight, Michelle, Cliff's gonna fill us in a little bit about you, what he knows, and tell it like it is, Cliff. Tell it. When did Michelle get there, first of all?
Good evening, everybody. I want to say Michelle first got there. I want to say she first came, I believe, in 2012 to a service. She was invited by a former staff member who he got out, maybe 8 years ago or so. Um, she was he knew her because his now ex-wife. It was her mother had worked for Michelle. And so, you know, uh, she found out about the ministry through him, and she wound up coming to a service. And I remember from the very first night, uh, you know, when her and David first met, it was during a crusade. And that, maybe 2 hours, maybe an hour after he left from the service, I took him to his hotel and everything. And I was directed by David to direct Michelle on how to get to the hotel where he was at. And that was all the very first meeting upon them two. So that was, like I said, maybe like the fall or winter of 2012. And then she officially moved to St. Louis and became part of the staff in like the spring of 2013. So about 10 years.
So 10 years. Okay. So she got there in
hmm
2013. What was her demeanor like when she first got there? What was she like? What was her
Uh,
personality like?
when she first got there, she was, after getting to know her, I don't know if it was really her, but, um, she was kind of bubbly and things like that. Wanted to show herself to be nice, likable, kind, all of those things. And so, it was only a handful of us then during that time. David was really starting to push for people to come and join his cult at that time, like 2012, 2013. And so, although it was just a handful of us, um, she was one of the first ones of that new group that was coming. And, um, like I said, she was, trying to be very outgoing and bubbly and things like that. And that could have been her, but I'm not sure because she's, very flip floppy with her demeanor, the way that she comes off to people, very flukish and flakish. Uh, but as time goes on, just like with anybody else, that bubbly experience, it dies around David. He kills your joy. Uh, he kills a lot of things that are good, that people have good about them when they come there. And so, I saw that change in her for sure.
So you saw change around the with David with her.
Yes, yeah, she, like I said, she seemed very likable at first. Um, but of course, that could have all been a ploy, for her to try to get closer to David. Um, but she was just like, like the dark circles around the eyes. That's the trademark of the cult. If you're there, you're gonna get them dark circles around your eyes, and those came slowly but surely. Um, the wrinkles started coming in her face. Like, I mean, it's a dramatic change, man, when you get there, and for Michelle, it was no different.
Did did Michelle suffer the same kind of indoctrination that everybody else did? Like
Yeah,
say,
she does.
okay, with the women. Let's stick specifically to the women tonight, right?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Did Michelle deal with the same type of indoctrination that all the other women did, or did other women go through a different type of indoctrination?
I would say for the most part, she did. She went through a little bit more than others because of her position. Some of the women, David, he just wanted sex with them. You know, by hook or crook, he'd say or do whatever he got to do to get that, out of them because he wanted nothing more. He didn't want commitment or love or anything from certain ones.
Mm-hmm.
But with Michelle, he had to do a lot more indoctrinating. He spent a whole lot more time with her than anybody that I've ever seen him spend time with. Uh, he had begun training her directly. Um, I think because he saw the potential that she had
Mm-hmm.
as far as being able to get on the phone and use her mouth to get money. And
Ah,
so,
okay.
so once he saw that, it was like a gold mine for him because that was something that he had complained about myself, my ex, and other people, just about everybody else. From the time I came in 28 until Michelle came in 2013, he had said about all of us was that we don't do anything to bring money into the ministry. And so when he saw that with her, it was like a gold mine. And so she was more than just someone that he was having sexual relations with, but she was somebody that he could trust in his absence to keep the money coming in.
Okay. Okay. So she was like the golden the golden winner. She was the breadwinner of the cult, basically.
Oh yeah, most
makes
definitely.
makes sense why they'd protect her the way she is right now.
Yep.
So
Yep.
now, did the women live in one house separate from the men?
Um, I heard that that changed over time, but while I was there wasn't a bunch of houses and stuff. The women and the men both stayed in the same house. Um, when me and my family were staying with people, there were men and women in the house. So, like I said, over time that may have changed. I know that there were some adjustments because some people couldn't keep their hands off of each other,
Yeah.
and David doesn't like that, especially the women that he's involved with. And so that was when he started to make some changes once he got wind of that.
That's what I figured. David had his pick of the women out of this cult, pretty much at his beckoning call. He could call any one of them, pretty much.
Yep, definitely.
I'm under the impression that each one kind of served him differently too. Each one of them kind of brought something different to the table.
Yeah, I think in David's own twisted way, I think he feels that just like you said, each one of those women carries something that the next one doesn't that is beneficial for him. And so I think in a twisted way in his mind, having all of these women makes one perfect woman for him.
It fits all the holes in his life. Yep. He can't do
Yeah,
with just
exactly.
one. I tracking. Okay. Okay. And does he prefer a type?
I wouldn't say so. Um, there are certain types that stand out more than others that I've seen over the years that he's been attracted to, but one specific type I couldn't say he has one specific type.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what kind of day-to-day activities was Michelle doing while she was at the cult? What was she doing? And how close a contact were you with her on a daily basis?
Um, from the time she got there until the time that I left, I was always pretty much right there, except for a handful of instances where they may have been out of town and I wasn't, or me and David may have been out of town and Michelle wasn't, but for the most part, I was there. I would say a good 90 to 95% of the time. She was around David in those intimate settings where it's just, David, her, myself, maybe a couple other guys, where he feels comfortable enough to share, more vital information for the cult or even his personal information.
Okay. So it seems like Michelle was the fisher, like the fisher
Most
of
definitely.
information, huh?
Most definitely.
Okay. I think Matthew Moore
She,
might have a
she
question for you too coming up. But yeah, go keep going. Keep going.
okay, yeah. Yeah, she's the thing with her is that she's she's twisted, man. Like she tries to get on stage and stuff and try to talk sweet and innocent, but she's a nasty woman. Her attitude and just a nasty woman, period, physically too.
Okay.
But she will do anything David says, you know, um,
Drop of a dime, I'm guessing.
whether, oh, at the drop of a dime,
Okay.
because I think in her mind, she believes that she's closer to maybe marrying David than any of the other women, even though she knows all about them. Like the other women, I'm sure a lot of them who are a little bit closer to him, they know the obvious. They see when the other women leave from here or there for a few hours, just like they do sometimes. They know they're going to see David. But with her, she knows about all the women, like all of them, the ones that's in the cult and the ones on the outside of the cult.
Michelle does.
And so, yeah, Michelle does.
Okay.
And a lot of them, he's used her to uh, even groom some of the women. And so, like I said, she's willing to do anything for him, and that's what he loves.
Okay. Okay. That's good to know. How many women is David having sex with at the same time? I mean, we just found out that all the Michelle knows about all the women.
Hmm.
Okay.
Uh, like now, I don't know, but at any given time when I was there, especially towards the last maybe five 5 years, when the cult started growing a little bit more, he started getting more attention from social media. He loves to talk about social media when, he's not getting the views and the people coming there, but social media is why David is really known now. He loves to talk about the past and, his services were so packed out, but there's never no footage of packed out services and he records everything. There's never no footage, but social media is how he met the majority of these women, especially in the last 10 years when he found out about Facebook, he was like a kid in a candy store because now his lust, his greed, everything could just go unfiltered behind closed doors on social media. But now,
Yep.
people have exposed it
A full blown
and he's
sociopath. Yep.
full blown.
Yeah, it's like Wendy Tench says from Mindhunters. Narcissists don't go to the doctors, and psychopaths are convinced they're not crazy. And social media has
Yeah, that's
basically allowed these guys to basically go unhinged. The social, it really has, man. It really
so
has.
true.
It just not with David, but with a lot of people, man. A lot of
Yeah, a
people.
whole lot.
Yeah.
A
Um,
whole lot.
Another dude. This is a good question. This is from Triple Nine. This is the guy that's been filing fraud hardcore against David. Was Michelle vicious
Okay.
towards the other women to keep them in line? Is she trying to be David's main mistress?
Yeah. She um at times it will lash out and all depending on the woman, all depending on how close she was to David, she would tell on Michelle. And I've seen that on several occasions where Michelle was taking things out on these women and they wound up going to David and he wound up, digging into her about it. Um, but she definitely uh would cross the boundaries of work and her personal with the other women.
Okay. So whatever issue she could be having with David, she'll bring it up to the other women and lash out at them.
Yeah, she may,
Nice.
just give them more attitude or try to provoke them so that she can try to go off on them. Um, Maybe try to micromanage them for the day, or anything to try to get under their skin so that she could lash out and be justified for
Real nice woman, Michelle Brannon.
it.
uh,
I wouldn't say that.
this is a good one. This is a different question. This is from Duck Three, and he's been following it for quite a while. He says, "My question is, what is the situation with children in the cult? Like abuse of any kind? How are they manipulated, indoctrinated, and groomed?"
um, no physical abuse,
Mm-hmm.
to my knowledge. I've never witnessed it, and like I said, not to my knowledge since I've left. Um, I've never heard anything or seen anything sexual towards the children.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. That's good.
but I would raise red flags concerning David, with the young ladies when they're teenagers and they start developing.
Ah.
Um, just from observation, when these young ladies start hitting like 17, 18, 19ish,
Mm-hmm.
they start transforming into
Women.
what we see all the older women like looking like,
Yeah.
that David has transformed them into, with the Caucasian young girls. um, they all start looking alike, man. The blonde hair, uh, dressing alike, even the tone when they speak is almost alike. It's just like they pick up off one another and they try to emulate that because they figure, okay, well, if she's been doing this and this must be what David likes, so let me start doing that. And then they all just start looking like robots, man. Um, that's with the girls.
Wow.
Not just Caucasian girls either, but uh, other races as well. I've seen him, you know, I, I've seen him have his eye on them. I'll say it like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then one in particular, I mentioned before, she had been a part of the church that was there before David stole the building. And she was like maybe 14 or 15. And he's been having sex with her now for about 10 years, And so, that started, I believe, soon as she turned 18.
Yeah.
Um, Now with the
See, here's
indoctrination,
the thing though. You know
uh-huh,
what though? In my opinion, she was already being fucking groomed. Bullshit.
I
Bullshit.
believe that.
She was already being fucking groomed prior to her being 18. It's how it happens.
Most definitely.
It's
Most
how it
definitely.
fuck it happens.
Hmm. So
Uh,
that by the time she's 18, it's no questions
it's
asked.
already done. Here you go.
Yep.
Here you go. Take it. Yep.
Yep.
Does the cult engage in group sex, orgies, etc.? Very typical of cults. This is.
I haven't witnessed that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but that ain't to say it don't happen. I do know that there is a lot of people having sex with one another. Uh, there's, some people that I know who've had sex with multiple guys have had sex with the same women,
Mm-hmm.
and vice versa. Multiple women have had sex with the same guys. Um, David hasn't. I don't know if he knows now, but back then he didn't know about it all that was going on. But as far as like the orgies, the threesomes, and all that type of that level of pervertedness out in the open, it's not out in the open. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past.
Yeah. I honestly wouldn't put it past the guy either. And what you're telling me
Hmm.
now about that young girl, yep, it all makes sense now.
Yeah,
He's grooming them before they're even 18. Like Duck 3 said, um, in retrospect, they're groomed by proxy in a sense and prepped for him. Absolutely right.
yep, that's exactly what it is.
Exactly what it is. Yep. See why we're all here doing this together? That way we can all look at this together with multiple brains. That way we're not jumping to
Yes,
assumptions here, right? We have to take
that's
this
right.
from facts of what we know, right? And go by what we know about human trafficking and cult dynamics and how grooming works and all that shit, right? Especially with social
Yes,
media.
that's
David,
right.
all he needs to fucking do is get into fucking some mom's social media. David could be going through people's social media accounts looking for fucking people's daughters, not even at the parents. He could be going in looking for your fucking kids right now. Now we just crossed into a whole new fucking territory.
And that he has done.
You
That he has done.
motherfucker.
There was one. There's two in particular. Michelle being one of them, but the other woman, they both had adult daughters, but nonetheless, they were maybe 20, 21, young like that. Um, but David being sexually active with both of their mothers, he would be on their social media, and I know he would because he would ask me questions about them. Hey, what do you think about Michelle's daughter? Hey, what do you think about such and
What?
such daughter? Yeah, man.
What? David,
Yes,
you're a fucking pig. You fucking slob.
he is.
You are a
He
dirty,
is.
dirty, fucking nasty slob. Now we know what's going on in here.
Yeah, he's just like that, man.
Alex sounds so nice when he talks to me. It's worse than a sailor in the hole. Yeah, David, Metal Force 999 says David is a groomer confirmed. Yes, we can confirm his as a groomer. You fucking a right
Confirmed.
confirmed. Yep. All right, so we know David's grooming kids or young children in proxy for sure. The parents are anyways. Here's a
Yes.
good question. When David speaks at churches, did he clean them out, referring to the money? I've heard from other pastors. I can rephrase the question if it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I know that what would happen, like if he would go, let's say, to, you know, ABC Church up the street for the first time, they'll have what they call a memoriam, and they'll have set, some type of contract or something. Maybe David will say he won't take any of the offering. He just want to come preach. And uh, not too often does that happen, but I've seen him do that before, where he says he won't take any offering. But then other times, you know, um, I won't say that he cleans them out, but he will leave with a big chunk. You know, what he raises that night or those nights, um, and what it boils down to is whatever the pastor agrees to. And what I've seen over the years is that in the initial stages, they will have an agreement just like anybody. All right, I'll get 50%, you get 50%, no problem. Boom, they do that. But then David, he'll all of a sudden have a dream or something, and he'll say, "The Lord appeared to me last night and told me that we can't stop these services. We must keep going." And then, if a pastor says, "I don't know, I don't think that's the right timing," then David would go on his rants. This guy's the devil. He don't care about God and all this other stuff. But if they agree with David and say, "Okay, let's keep these services going," after a short time, that 50% uh, exchange goes to, "These are my services now." Spoken by David. So he'll go from being cordial and being fair to eventually, that hunger for that money takes him over. And a lot of times that's where his relationship with these pastors has fallen out. And if it's not that, it's something that he's done with some women in their church.
That's what somebody just said.
Stamp that.
Yep, Ryan Logan in 2004, he got kicked off Prophecy's club tour for trying to bed one of the girls on the staff. That was the same year he had his out of wedlock son.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Sure enough. And he'll say, that he'll talk about them guys who held that prophecy club. He'll talk about them like dogs and say they're traitors and they this and they that. But the reality is, David, they got rid of you because you're trying to destroy their flock. You're trying to destroy the women there, like you've done everywhere you've gone.
Chris Combs got a good question. Did Michelle know she was
Okay.
thrown under the bus in the deposition?
Yeah, of course, and
She knew.
you know, and that's why during her deposition, she had no problem doing the same thing to others.
Damn it, she just threw your ex under the bus. Like, oh, no big deal. Fuck it. We'll throw Ashley under the bus now.
Yeah, she could care less.
Yeah, Black
She could
Anarchic
care less.
reacts. I'm sorry, Black Anarchic's on it. He's all right. So this is a sex cult. In addition to human trafficking, it sounds like sex trafficking is also going on, especially if there's another member who is grooming young women for David, a la Nexium. Yep, another fucking Nexium cult coming up, right? Jeffrey
Yep.
Epstein, Ghislaine. We got fucking Ghislaine Brannon right here on the screen, right? For real,
Yes.
for real. Ghislaine Brannon and David's the Jeffrey Epstein of this motherfucker, man. Yeah,
Yep.
and this is labor trafficking. No, you're absolutely right. We've been calling it, dude. Labor. This is a labor cult, dude. It's a labor cult.
That's exactly what
Labor,
it is.
sex trafficking, you name it, dude. There's drugs in this motherfucker. Dude, there's money laundering. It's all of it, guys. Everything that goes in hand with basically a piece of shit cult leader, guess what? It's all there. For what we know from the past, especially with Koresh, it's
Hmm.
David has taken a little bit of every cult and made it his own.
Yes, that's him. That's him.
hmm And Michelle, you got number 2 in command right here.
That's right.
How, I got a
And
question.
and
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
uh-huh.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, and they don't care. They do not care. They will hear this, they'll hear us talking about it, right? And they'll have, several staff members around them, and they'll just laugh about it. They and and then the staff members who are around, they'll try to laugh it off too. But one thing that them staff members who are around laughing about it, one thing that they cannot deny is that I'm not lying. They cannot deny that I'm not lying. And they know everything that I'm saying is true. They know it. And that's what makes it so bad for the staff members who are listening. That's what makes it so bad about you, because you know he's wrong, regardless of what you you believe that David has told you. You know in your heart and in your mind that you're wrong, and you are just as guilty because of it. And like when it comes to remorse and feeling things and empathy for other people, they have none, man. I'm telling you, that's why I have no problem calling David what he is, a demon, and he's full of Satan, just like Michelle. I've got no problem calling them that, because they are full of Satan, and they wish death and they pray death on other people, and so they they don't care. They'll laugh about being called Maxwell and Epstein. They'll laugh about that, man. That's how sick they are. I'm telling you, Alex.
No,
I wish there could be a fly on the wall so that the people could see who they really are.
that's something we've been kind of doing here is kind of building a psychological profile on these people, right? Especially these two right
Yeah.
here, David and Michelle, because this is a
Uh
fucking
huh.
Bonnie and Clyde situation. You got two fucking total sociopaths and psychotics and narcissists, dude, working together, man. It's a
So
really
true.
dynamic situation. It's like one thing you never hear about is like serial killers working together. Why? Because they're always afraid of getting caught, right? That's
Yes.
kind of the same thing here. It's why David split up his cult. He doesn't want everybody knowing the full layout of his cult.
Makes sense. And
Uh,
I've watched them do it time and time again.
okay, so you've watched him do it.
Oh yeah, yeah. He don't. He monitors what information circulates through there, whether he's in town or not. And in his words, as he says, he runs a tight camp. And so that means there can't be any side conversations. And if there's side conversations, then they must be snuffed out. And they must be snuffed out in front of everybody so that everybody is afraid to do it. Um, the first thing when the deposition that came out, where everybody could see it, first thing that everybody got was a text, a mass text from Michelle. Do not watch the deposition. Do not watch these liars. They're trying to destroy Apostle, and made everybody out to be an enemy before they even got a chance to watch it. And so they control as much as they possibly can. And that's the thing. Like, if anybody who's listening that's in there, if you are ever going to get out of there, you're going to have to lie to David. Guarantee you that. You're going to have to tell him something different. And if you tell him the truth and all that, you're just going to be manipulated or coerced back into staying there, feeling guilty or condemned, like you're going to go to hell. And he don't want you to listen to anything that I have to say. And if you were there while I was there, you know me. I ain't got nothing to lie for. No reason other than I'm trying to help you. I don't need the help. I'm out. I'm completely out. I'm fine. I'm set free. Believe me. Trust me. Trying to help you guys because judgment is coming. Judgment is coming from the Most High. And you're not protected there.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
No.
Go ahead.
They're not protected there.
Oh, yeah, they're not protected there, man. And that's what they all believe, that they're under this huge umbrella of protection. The men and the women, they think that they're untouchable. And they've all been.
Go ahead.
I'm going ahead, Alex.
They call like we live in the secular world, right? Like the people who don't go to church, I think is right.
Yes.
Right. And then there's non-secular, like they're living in this non-secular world where it's like, hey, the outside rules don't apply to us because of this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. But that's the thing, man. They are so worldly in there. They're more secular than some of the what they would call secular people are out here. They listen to just as much worldly music. They listen to rap music. Some of them. They listen to R&B, sexual music. They watch the movies.
Yeah.
Don't let them deceive you. They're not sitting around listening and the harps playing and all that stuff. I know because I was right there being a hypocrite with them. I was doing it with them. I know the truth.
I could imagine like Nate Plaster like bumping some Too Short in that Suburban or something while I was cruising down the highway or something. Yeah. This is a good question. Black Anarchic reacts. Clifford mentioned in passing that Michelle is physically nasty. Did he mean she got bad hygiene or something? Or does she just not take care of herself? Both.
Her hygiene, I'll put it like this. If you having sex with David, you got bad hygiene. There ain't no way around that one there. There ain't no way around that one. He a slob. A fat slob. You know what I'm saying? And a weirdo. A weirdo. I've talked to several of his the former women that he was with, and I've heard some weird stuff, man. Like the guy don't take off his underclothes during them intimate moments. I don't know if he's trying to hide something. There's been talks of, oh yeah, he's setting women on fire down there after intercourse. Where they got to get some meds and get taken care of. Yeah, he's a slob, man.
Yo,
a nasty slob.
Got the gift to keep on giving.
Man, listen here. Yeah, he's sick like that and don't care. Won't go to the doctor. He nasty, man. And the women, it's one thing if a woman is new and she's been deceived by him. I get that. But the ones who've been with him all these years, they just as nasty. Just as nasty. Living in the same house as the women that they know doing stuff with them too. Trifling.
They're all just like living in like nasty filth together.
Yeah. Yes.
Here's a good one. This is about staff members. Do staff members get any perks to keep them loyal? And if so, are they financial or more spiritual in propping them up in public?
Yeah. If anybody gets something financial, it'll be the people who is raising the most money for David. Other than that, he may give you something one or two times, but but that's about it. You know, it's more so spiritual. It's the rat wheel. Jesus is going to do this for you because you're sacrificing. He sees your sacrifice and he's going to honor this because you honor me and all that crap David talks. That ain't true. You're not getting nothing after you leave from there. If you pass away in that place, you're not getting what you think you're going to get. You're going to get something, but it ain't what you think. Who's on the other side waiting for y'all is not who you believe is going to be there. You are under a total deception with David, a total deception. He's a liar from every which angle that there could possibly be. And if you know if somebody's having a bad time, um, maybe emotionally or mentally, and David or somebody picks up on that and it gets back to David, if they may be a good worker for him, then he'll do something to try to soup them up. It might be some public, you know, gassing up, oh, this my daughter, she's such and such. My son, he's such and such. He's a good son. And like I heard him say that type of crap about me, like behind closed doors, man. Here I'm talking about dogging me like I ain't nothing, right? But then in public in front of other people, oh, Cliff, he's such a good son. And even though I knew he was lying straight through his teeth, I he would say so much wickedness and speak evil to my face when he would say those things publicly in front of other people. Even though I knew he was lying, it felt good to hear it. And so it's like, okay, well, maybe he is seeing a change in me. Maybe something is, transpiring and God is working something out of my heart. And maybe I will be accepted. These are the types of thoughts that people go through. But at the end of the day, no matter what David does, it's not enough because he his the good things that he does or says about people is so far unbalanced in comparison to the evil he speaks.
Here's a question.
Hmm.
You think he eats the crumbs he finds in his belly button?
uh, oh man, I can see that. I can see that, man. He nasty, man. I don't put nothing past him. At one point, I'd have been like, nah, he ain't like, man. I put nothing past him now. Nothing.
Okay. Question: is the way David twists scripture for his own gain calculated and intentional?
I used to think it wasn't, but now, well, not just now, but over these years now, I believe it's more calculated and intentional. Um, and the reason I say that is because any any true scholar of the scriptures or anybody who wants to become a scholar, they they're always learning. You know, David, you can't say anything to him. Now he'll steal your information, act like it's his. He'll do that, but if you bring it to him yourself and say, ABCXYZ, he'll try to brush you off or all depending on who it is that's saying something to him. He might even rebuke him. So he doesn't want to hear anything from anybody. His main go-to is Jesus told me this in a dream. Jesus told me this. The Father told me this at his throne in heaven in the year 2000 or some lying crap that he come up with. So that in his mind makes him above reproach. So at this point, it's like I think he knows that he's twisting and manipulating scriptures because he won't even take the time to hear from somebody and say, hey, David, I think this is kind of out of context. And so if somebody ain't willing to hear, then I think it's intentional.
Okay. Let's see. What kind of money is Michelle getting from this whole operation?
Um, I'm not sure. I remember one thing that David used to say was that he was paying Michelle $250,000 in salary. And that was when she very first came there. He got her an apartment, um, a nice apartment, real nice neighborhood and everything. Um,
How long after she got there, bro? Months? Weeks?
like probably a month,
What?
maybe a month or so. He got her into that place, and I remember he would always ask her though, because several times she would ask she could borrow money from him, or uh if he asked her, "Hey Michelle, go and get this or go and do this," which required money, she would say she don't have any money. And he would ask her, like, "Where's your money at? I gave you all that money and blah 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 blah." And she'd start crying after he starts getting on her, and he's like, "Michelle, you're squandering this money. Where's all this money at?" Drilling her about this money. At least while I was around, I never heard a straight answer. Well, I want to smoke crack with it, or whatever she might have done with it. But he says he gave her, or he was giving her 250,000 a year, which I don't know if that was true or just something to say in front of people. And if it was true, um, it's no telling what she's doing with that money, man, because she was always broke,
What if she's just playing? What
always.
if she's just playing broke? And she is. What if she's taking all the money?
Then
She's rich as a
if she's
motherfucker
doing
right
that,
now.
right?
She's fucking balling it right now.
If she's doing that and has just been playing a part, that'll be one thing. But just seeing her, she, like I said, she a nasty slob.
Okay.
Um, she, I mean, physically nasty. Like if you go in her car, it would just be, you know, filthy. It don't matter what type of car it is either. Is that's just the type of heart she got, man. She's a slob too,
Dirty
and
heart,
and
dirty
so
slob.
yeah, exactly. Out of the heart flows the issues of life, and so that's exactly what she is. She's a slob in her heart, and it manifests through her actions. And so it's just like I can't, me personally, I can't imagine somebody
Like she
who is,
broadcasts the slobbiness of her personality into her life.
yeah, she can't help it. It exudes from her, man.
Wow.
Just like David's pride and arrogance, yeah, her slobbiness exudes from her.
Damn, it's that bad,
And
huh?
David is a slob too. He's a slob too. He nasty like that too. But the only reason why people would say he's a man of excellence and he's clean and all that is because he got everybody else cleaning. But if it came down to David cleaning, it'd be a pig pen.
Really? So David
Oh
probably don't
yeah,
even know how to wash his own asshole.
doubt. Oh no, he don't. No, he don't. That's why he has maxi pads, because he puts them in his underwear because he don't wipe.
No way.
That ain't no man. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, that ain't. Yeah, that's no lie. That's no lie.
No way, dude. Are you
True story.
serious,
True
bro?
story.
He puts
Yeah,
maxi pads. Hold on. David puts maxi pads in his fucking underwear because he didn't wipe his own ass.
that's exactly what he does. That's exactly what he does. And I remember one of the women who he was involved with some years ago. She had
Sorry, I'm reading
yeah,
the
man.
chat, dude. Everybody's like, ew. Everybody's like, what the
Yeah,
fuck? No, it's
he's
nasty, dude.
nasty. He nasty like that. Yeah, one of the
What the
women that he was
fuck,
involved with.
no, is it can he physically not wipe his ass, or is he just not do it because he's a dirty
I
fuck?
think he just dirty like that, man. I
fucking
think you just dirty like
filthy,
that. Cause I mean,
dude.
you 50, 51 years old. Why you not wiping your butt, man? You know what I'm saying? What sense did that make? You know, and then he
Fucking
like I said,
hell
a woman a woman he was involved with had came to the house, right? And you know how women do, they snoop around your things or whatever. And she's snooping around and she said, she came to me and said, I knew David was cheating on me. I see pads under his sink. and, I'm, and I'm thinking to myself, like, this man, he wearing these pads just like you, man. You know, he nasty like that, bro. And
Got some Debo undies going on.
that's exactly that's exactly what he got going on, man.
That's exactly what fucking went through
Yeah,
my head right now when you told me that. I figured that fucking Smokey picking up Debo's undies from fucking Friday with the shit end of the fucking straw, bro. Then fucking dropping them right on like Debo's
that's
face, bro.
that's him. That is him, man.
No
You know,
way.
yeah, and you know that's the thing. Like that's why David, the stuff
What?
he get up and talk about is ineffective because it ain't true. What I'm saying is true about this punk. You know, yeah, he got. Hey, whoever with him right now, ask him if he wearing a pad. Ask him if he wearing a pad. I guarantee you he is. And if he ain't, his drawers is full of doo doo. I'm telling you, man, he's sick like that. I mean, you got a healing ministry. I mean, if something's wrong with your bowels, Jesus can't heal that. What's wrong with you, man? What is wrong with you? I, I'm telling you, this guy got doo-doo stained drawers. He got, and it's so bad, right? He expects you to pick up after him. And so, you know, he would have his drawers and stuff, and like I said, full of crap, stinking. And you know, he wants you to do his laundry for him. And so I'll, you know, throw that stuff in the washer. You know, I'm not about to scrub your doodle stains out your drawers, man. You know
Shitty
what I'm
Taylor.
saying? But
Shitty Taylor.
yeah, yeah, that's him. But there was a young man who came after me. You know, I was still there during this time, but he also got in that position that I was in, and so he started washing David's underwear and things. And so David fat self gonna tell me, see, this is why you're so arrogant. He just got here and he's already washing my underwear. And I'm thinking he can have it. I'm not doing it. Call me arrogant, call me prideful, whatever. But what's that make you that you won't wash your own drawers? How arrogant are you that you won't wipe your own butt? You clown. Don't never address nobody over this way about anything. And you full of crap, literally. You liar.
Little sweaty doo doo drips there. The shitty
Yeah.
Taylor. Apostle shitty Taylor.
Doodle crumbs in his bed, bro. Doodle
He's
crumbs,
got
man.
some little
Like,
dingleberries popping out of his butthole. That's what a
yeah,
dingleberry is. A dingleberry is from when, like, I mean, in David's case, he doesn't wipe his ass, so there's no toilet paper. It's just little balls of shit, right? But like a real dingleberry is like, it's disgusting. It literally is. It's like, dude, that's bad hygiene, man. Dude, when I was in the
yeah,
military, dude,
man.
sometimes I took 2, 3 fucking showers a day because we got so fucking dirty, right?
Yeah, David will not do that. And we know he sweat through his suits. Yeah, man, he's sick.
Doo doo Taylor. I know the women, that's dirty. Like the women are sleeping with them.
Man, I'm telling you. Like, all right, for example, uh, Michelle could stay over for the night before. They doing whatever they do. Well, Michelle got to be at the office at 8:30, so she's gonna leave a little bit earlier.
Yep.
Well, David's gonna get up. He might already be up when Michelle leaves, and if he is, he'll send a text down. Hey, come up to my room, straighten up my room. So what straighten up my room means is um, change the sheets, and sometimes he just nasty and he won't change the sheets. He'll just say brush them off or something like that. And then The next woman comes shortly after. Uh, and I've seen that countless times over the years. You know, like to the women that he say he love you, he don't love you. You sleeping in somebody else's juices, let alone that fat slobs. Somebody else's.
Yeah, prostitution's real.
Ask me how I know. I changed the sheets, and sometimes I didn't at his discretion. So, you know, that's what you laying in. That's what you laying in.
Dude, that's nasty.
It is. It is.
David, wash your fucking ass, dude. That's dirty, bro. Yeah, this is
Yep.
wild. This is the best, dude. Like, come on, David. Oh my god, imagine the fucking filth, Jake. Dude, we were in the military, bro. Come on, man. What was the one thing they teach you is cleanliness, dude. Hygiene. Keep your ass.
But he's a
clean.
general.
Yeah, he's a fucking general, all right? Fucking general, fucking panty liner. Fuck, dude. This is some shit that I never. Yeah, that's like, dude. That really is. That's like going mentally disturbed, bro. Like, dude, David can't even wipe his own ass, so he's like, yeah. Imagine that smell of fucking having shitty underwear laying around the fucking house, and David's like, oh, go wash my underwear.
Yeah, man. And I could see, you know what I'm saying, if David was elderly and as time went on, something happened to him, I get that. But it's been like that since I've known him. I've known him since he was 36 years old. He been wearing panty liners since he was 36. So ain't no telling how long he been like that. He just filthy, man. Ask them women. Ask them women. They'll tell you.
David.
They will tell you. Yep.
You're filthy, bro.
Very.
General Max E-Pad. We got a new member in the chat tonight, Rainbow 33, dude. He's been firing off some funny shit. So welcome to the chat, Rainbow 33. I've been watching you, man. Welcome. This is Clifton Ware. He was mentioned in the deposition, and General Maxi Pad. Dude, this is crossing the lines into like mental health, bro. The fact that a man that old can't even sit back and wipe his own ass, dude.
Yeah, he won't do it. It ain't that he can't, he won't do it.
Why?
You know, and he got all that money, get a bidet at least. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, get a bidet.
If you that lazy to wipe your butt, get a bidet. He won't even do that. He's sick, man.
Damn, that's dirty. So he just fucking puts panty liners just to keep his fucking dirty ass from getting fucking skid marks and fucking shit in his drawers.
And I was laughing about this a couple weeks ago with somebody, man. You know, with the young man, right, who used to clean it for him. And so he was like, man, he said he had got so fed up at a certain point because he had gone to the bathroom and David would just have his dirty doodle stained drawers and pad laying right there on the floor, you know, expecting him to just come and pick it up, you know, and yeah, man, he's sick, man. And he was saying how it'll just be all hard and, you know, the doodle done crusted over. He's sick. He's sick.
That's filth, dude.
Yes, he is filth.
If any of y'all cult members are listening right now and this is happening to you, get the fuck out. Don't be washing this piece of shit's dirty ass fucking underwear. And David, if you're watching too, you little sack of shit, this proves everything. You are a piece of shit. You wear fucking maxi pads to fucking, because you can't even wipe your own fucking ass, you slob. You're a fucking piece of filth, David. You're filth. This proves it. You are the dirtiest fucking cult. Yeah, he probably has Michelle braid his fucking pubes or some shit. Yeah. Yeah, he leaves pads out, dude. Now this is the thing. It's like, and Cliff just said, it's not that he can't, he won't. He won't wipe his ass.
Wow.
You said that's what you're saying, right? It's not that he doesn't know how, he won't. He'd rather just
he won't, man. He's able-bodied to do everything that he has everybody else slaving to do, you know. And like I said, man, he's just sick like that. He's demented. He's a sociopath, the biggest liar I've ever met, ever, and that's an understatement. But I mean, ever met. And you know, he don't care about anybody but himself, man. You know, he talked about how he used to serve his old apostle. No, he didn't. He's never served nobody but himself. And if he did, it was for no time at all.
Well,
None.
Duck 3 brought up a good point. It should be a crime to be that fucking gross. You know what, Duck 3? We could possibly be looking at some fucking crimes with this type of shit, dude. Having fucking people wash your fucking dirty ass fucking drawers, like this kind of shit. This is the type of shit that got fucking Larry Ray in trouble.
Mm.
Look at the Sarah Lawrence college.
Larry
Look,
Ray.
Larry Ray, he's another cult leader. He
Okay.
did some fucked up shit, and they caught him. They caught him, and guess what? He's doing
Good.
60 years right now.
That sound about right.
Yep. Here's a good one. When David recruits young people for the cult from churches, why won't he talk to the pastors or call them back?
Because he know he's wrong, the way he goes about it.
Okay.
You know, he'll go over a pastor's authority and say, Jesus is my best friend. He's made me the head apostle. He's made me the top this, the top that, the Moses, the Enoch, he made you all this. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he'll say all these things and he'll use that to tell the pastor basically, you can't tell me anything. So if I come in here and take your members, it's okay for me to do that because Jesus is with me, even though he's not. Pastors, I don't know what Jesus this guy is talking about, but he ain't got nobody that's worth you stressing out about backing him up. And to address what you said last night, you punk, I don't care what God you serve.
He was trying to call you out last night. I love it.
Man, he's soft.
He's soft as a
Hey.
fucking marshmallow.
Yeah, he's soft. Hey, I don't care what God you serve. I don't care what Jesus you calling on. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell your God, and I'm going to tell the Jesus you talking about that all three of y'all can bring it. Please do. Azazel, I know who you are. I know who's appearing in that cult. I know who you are. And so if you want to get your Jesus and all these other names that you want to call them, bring whoever you want, David. I don't care about them stupid dreams your staff members have. No stupid dreams you have. Hey, Jesus, the one David served. Hey, raise your hand to me. Raise your hand to me. Come to me like you've come to the other enemies. Yeah, I'm an enemy, David. Ain't no cutting corners here. That's what I am to you. I for sure am.
Yep, you're a threat to David.
And you said that, he is sucker. And he know it.
I was thinking today,
He know he is sucker.
what's the one thing that hurts David the most? Not money. Like, what's the one thing that hurts David the most besides money? Taking money away from David.
The truth.
The truth.
The truth.
Yeah.
Because everything that he's built on is lies. Everything.
The cult members.
And that's why
the cult members are watching, bro.
Yeah, I know they watching.
They're watching.
I know they watching.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, tell David to tell Jesus to do something to Cliff. Tell him.
Tell Jesus to tell David to wash his nasty ass because he won't listen to us.
Yeah, that's what he need to do. That's what Jesus is more concerned about. How you stink.
He's gonna turn David around at the pearly gates and be like, "Fool, you need to go wash your nasty ass first before I even talk to you."
Yeah, ain't no filthiness allowed in there. None.
Dude, I have another question.
Yeah.
This is a. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I just wanted to say, Alex, I wanted to make that known. Because he's talking about his God will lift his hand up to his enemies and that'll be it. David, you said Your God has done less or has done more for less. Why you ain't doing it now? I told you last week. Ain't no repenting this way. Ain't none of that. I told you last week. We on your top. And ain't no getting up. Ain't no letting up until you are out of here. Until you are out of here, David.
Yep.
By any means. I mean that.
Yep. David, we got a long ways to go together, buddy old pal.
Your God is a woman's body part just like you, David. Tell him that. Yeah, I said it. Tell him that. Tell your God what I said, David. And all of you all that are, maybe gasping, saying, don't talk about God like that. If you serve the God that David serves, that goes for you too. But I know that David don't serve the Most High of the Bible. I know that. That's why I can say what I'm saying and stand on it. I don't care about his curses. Y'all need to stop being afraid of him too. He weak. He's soft. He hides behind a computer. If it wasn't for social media, he wouldn't be known. Nobody watches his services on the Word Network. Ask me how I know. Because when he would get up in the pulpit and lie about his numbers, I would be sitting in that seat thinking to myself, he's sitting up here lying. When he talk about all them clicks on Get Clicky, he lying. Ask me how I know. Because I had the password and I had to tell him what the numbers were. But when he got up in front of y'all, he'd tell you different numbers. He a lying sack of crap. I know the truth about you, David. You've been like this before I met you. You was like this when I knew you, and you're still like this today.
Another question from Daniela Bata Bogdanov over in Sweden. One last question. I noticed David is blinking his eyes very much, and it has increased. Has he ever spoken about it, and have you seen it increase? Could it have to do with his medicine abuse? Yeah, it's a good one.
I've never heard him mention it, but yeah, I've definitely seen the increase. Just even in the past few months, I've seen it increase even more. But one thing that I've noticed about David when he blinks like that is it's right before, during, or after a lie. And then he'll usually come around and say, I'm not lying, to prove that he's lying. So that's just my observance. As far as any medicine or something like that, unless the medicine makes you lie too, I don't know about that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's just go back to this fucking maxi pad thing. All right, we're gonna touch on this. No, because this is a psychological issue. It really is. This shows there's something psychological going on with David, and I'm not bullshitting. I've read into certain shit, and one of our members of the chat actually just sent me a link about fucking how if mental health, if you don't take care of your mental health, like psychologically, it can affect your fucking hygiene, man. And you know what they say about drug users and people who are psychologically ill is fucking. I'm not even going to say who the source is, but they just came from a source. In my work in healthcare profession, I have found that difficulty with hygiene tasks can be early warning sign of mental illness. I have seen how bipolar order can present in its early stages in the form of changed feelings about daily hygiene practices. I absolutely agree with this source.
Wow.
Yep, absolutely. And this was the article. It's called Hygiene Indifference.
Wow.
Yeah, real shit.
Wow.
Dude. Yeah. No, this is real shit we're talking about.
Yeah, I definitely can see that, man.
Nah, this isn't good. Nah, this isn't good. This is what we know now. This is mental illness because this is unhealthy, dude. This is unhealthy for these people to be living in this type of situation with this man. Right?
So true.
It really is. Think about it. Having somebody fucking wash your nasty ass fucking drawers because you don't know how to wipe your fucking ass and you're 50 years old. 52, David. You're 52.
Yep. And what makes it so bad, bro, is he wears tidy whities like a little boy who would doodle on himself. that's what that's what makes it even worse, man. Like he's in elementary school, need an extra set of clothes for him, man.
I bet Michelle had to carry like an
it's
extra diaper bag for him or something. Dude, it is, and it's. Oh God, this is not. Oh man, it's
hmm
I laugh, but it's not funny. It's just, David, this is bad. This is bad, David. This is worse than I thought.
It is.
I don't put anything past you, but no, this is just as bad as I thought it could possibly get. I got the righty whiteys. I need to get some brown ones. That way I don't see my shit stains anymore. But dude, if he's wearing
that's what he need to do, man.
So
Because
really,
it's sick.
and he just fucking dumps them in the bathroom for everybody to see.
Well, not for everybody. Like when the women come around, all depending on the women. Because I'm sure, you know, Michelle, she know he doodle on himself or whatever he do. But I'm not sure what he do, man. But when certain women come around, he wants to act like he's so clean. He'll bathe himself in his cologne and that type of thing. But outside of what you spray on you, you know what I'm saying? You don't take care of yourself, David. You nasty. And I mean, come on, man. If I'm lying, like you say, I'm here lying. If I'm lying, put your drawers up on the screen. If I'm lying, I've got no reason to lie. You
I know
really
you
like
don't.
that, man.
I know you don't.
Sick
I
like
know you
that.
don't. You were 10 years with this man. I have no reason to doubt you, but this is just some shit. All of us, literally, this is just some
Literally, it is.
yeah, some shit we never thought we would hear. But
Yeah,
it
man.
now, but again, it really gives us a good sense of the psychological. If we're not, I'm not a fucking doctor, man, but again, I've studied enough about mental health. I don't need a fucking shit up on my wall telling me what's right and wrong or what constitutes psychological problems. But this, I could definitely say, is one of them. Doing
Wow.
this kind of behavior because I'm sitting here all of a sudden, my wheels are turning. Was this behavior learned or was it taught?
Good question.
Who taught him? Who taught him to do this? Was he just not taught to wipe his own ass as a kid?
I mean, but like I get that even as a kid, if you wasn't taught. But I mean, dude,
As a man,
you
yeah.
50. At what point do you say, all right, man, I stink. Let me clean myself? He don't do that. He'll go 2-3 days just laying in the bed, man. Like that picture that y'all had made of him with his big stomach out and all that food on there.
Yeah.
That's how he is, man. He's really like that. He'll lay in the bed 2-3 days, will not shower, got a bathroom in his bedroom and still won't shower. You know what I'm saying? He nasty, man.
I could
And it's
see.
just like just from a spiritual standpoint, I can't follow no slob like that. Cause I
Yeah.
know what you really about.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
John G said I started to get bored with David till now. Yeah, me and you both, bro. Captain Skidmark. Captain Skidmark. That's dirt. That's just,
Man.
dude. If I ever feel dirty, bro, I just take a fucking shower, man. Again, as I was talking to Jake earlier, it's like, dude, when you're in the military, one man stinks in your barracks, dude, you're on him. You're like, hey, go wash your fucking ass, dude. It's just,
For real.
it's unhealthy to do that, David. If any of the cult members are listening right now, listen to this. This is unhealthy. This is not normal. Okay, this really isn't for a grown man. All right, to use pads because he doesn't wipe his own ass. Because he won't. Not that he doesn't know how. He just won't. It's easier to put in a fucking pad. No wonder he walks all fucking funny sometimes, man. Imagine sitting in that fucking chair. That's why he's always moving one side to side, because that fucking pad's probably fucking like just like squeezing.
That's exactly what. Hey, hey,
No.
man, you just caught it.
No way.
You just caught it.
No.
You just caught it. when when he move around like that, or when he's up preaching, and you see him do that weird step, that extra long step. That's what he doing, man. He trying to move around that pad. You know what I'm saying? It's full of feces, man.
uh,
Like his mouth.
David. This is
Yeah,
going
man.
just beyond anything now at this point, man.
That's sick, bro.
It really is. It's just going on beyond. This is just. That's dirty, David. I call you Dirty David. That's okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't on the scale of 1 to like fucking 5,000. I don't know. I don't know. It's just something I wouldn't think I would
Yeah.
have heard today. Honestly, dude.
Yeah, so ladies, if this is what you looking to marry, this is what you should be looking forward to marrying. Them nasty draws. You know what I'm saying? Like it, I mean, it's bad, you know what I'm saying, that he want the guys to clean them up, and wash them. But ladies, you gotta lay with it. You gotta smell it. You gotta be right there with it. Think about that long and hard, man. Because this is what you'll be coming into a covenant with. A slob, a pig. A pig. He nasty.
Marlon Jones, there goes my fucking lunch. Sorry, Marlon Jones. Dude, you can't, dude. This is some shit. We're just, yeah, dude. This is just some stuff that's not gonna top it at this point, dude. Honestly. And there's cult members watching too. Honestly, there's 35 people watching. Show me 35 thumbs up, or the rest are just cult members fucking sitting back, like wondering, like, holy shit. Like, literally.
Ain't nothing holy about it, man.
That's dirty, David. You know what you're doing to people? That is just you're forcing them to live in your fucking filth. Now, see, now that I'm starting to take it like a little more personal now, dude. Because it's like now you're the fucking turd theologian, right? Fuck, man. Fucking nasty bastard, dude. Fucking poo-poo prophet, bro. Fuck.
That's what he is, man.
That is dirty, David. This is just Dave got Dookie stains under his balls and in his drawers. Yeah, he does, Marlon. Marlon Jones, he's been following the channel for a while. And Marlon, what we just found out, bro, is that David wears fucking pads in his underwear because he don't wipe his own ass, bro. David does not wipe his own ass, so he fucking takes the quick way out and probably sends one of the cult members. Yeah, even fucking Javi Does Dallas is speechless, and that's pretty fucking hardcore to put that guy speechless, right? Right and dirty, gotta do me. So David's out there riding in the Bentley with dirty ass fucking drawers on.
Yeah, man.
Yo, okay, so we got 54 all the way from Australia, right? Yo, 54. So check this out, bro. 54, check this out, bro. Cliff just told us, bro, that what David does, dude, is because he doesn't wipe his own ass, right? Because he won't. He won't, dude. He won't wipe his fucking ass, bro. He knows how. He knows how. David knows how to wipe his ass, but he won't. So instead of wiping his own ass and buying fucking toilet paper, right? He just puts fucking pads in his fucking drawers, dude. Just so he doesn't have to wipe his fucking ass. And you know what he does? He fucking throws them on the floor when he's done, tells his fucking cult members to wipe it. So that's right, I skid it. Dude, you will never get a shortage of laughage in here, dude. I promise you. Yeah.
How could you? David is a clown, man.
Defecated
That's what
E.
they
Taylor.
do, make you laugh.
Defecated Taylor. David, this is, yeah. Back to the psychological, what you're doing to people, David. You're forcing people to live in your fucking filth, dude, and that's dirty, bro.
Yes.
David, I'm talking to you as a fucking man now, dude, and as a human fucking being, dude. That's dirty South, bro. Yeah, David's all fucking show you dirty South. That's fucking Marlon, bro. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, that's dirty, dude. That is,
Man.
yeah, the actual fuck. This is beyond this is, yeah, it really is. This is beyond disgusting cult behavior, right? David Koresh. I don't even think David Koresh did this type of shit, right? He indoctrinated children and shit, right? But he never went so far as forced them to live in filth, but fucking forced them to live in a cult compound and shit, right?
Right.
That's
Right.
Marlon, my guy. That's what I asked. Can he actually reach his ass? And I'm assuming he can.
Oh man.
This is beyond disgusting cult behavior, right? This is a different type of cult behavior that I think from our study and knowledge we've never heard of, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, like I said, remember I said before we fucking started live, we're gonna make history.
Yeah.
This group, this community, we're gonna make history with this cult and exposing a new type of cult in America.
Most
And
definitely.
guess what? We just did. This is a whole different type of cult behavior, uh, manipulation, in my opinion. Because, dude, you know how fucking degrading
Yes.
that is to tell a man to wash your shitty fucking underwear? Come on. You know what that does to
And
people?
and then see, and it's so messed up because, like you said, it's manipulative. Because if if you were to even, you know, snarl your face up like wash your drawers, like any man would, then you're arrogant. You're, this is why God can never do this with you, or he can never use you, and he'll make up all this crap just because you don't want to wash his stinking filthy drawers. I mean, he's twisted, man, and he do, like I said, he do not care. He think it's funny. The young man that I mentioned earlier who had started coming around after I was there. Um, you know, David would make jokes about him, about the dirty drawers and everything. He thought it was funny, man. So he knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Okay, so he knows. Okay. So he knows. He knows what
Yeah,
the fuck he's doing.
th-
Okay, this little sack of
he
shit.
he
Okay.
knows
Okay. So he's using this as a type of a psychological fucking breakdown.
exactly.
Yeah, okay. So Black Anarchic, he's like, I knew a cult leader that did this, didn't wipe his ass. I was like, hey, dude, but did he fucking use pads, bro? He's like, nah, this is taken to a whole new level, bro. He's like, ah, he's got to be there. Ghazi just walked around with his in his filth without any pads. Yeah, this is just this is just a whole new level of filth. And again,
It
anybody that's
is.
in this chat that's in the military, and you guys, if you're in the chat, please let me know. Right? Hey, there's a C. Thank you, Dale. How you does, Dallas? Thank you. If you're in here, please let us know, okay? Because if you don't say anything, I don't know who the fuck is in here. All right. We're talking about David. We just came on to some news that David doesn't wipe his ass and uses fucking pads in his underwear, okay? Because he's too fucking lazy to wipe his ass. And not only that, he's using it as a manipulation tactic, man. This is some dirty, dirty, dirty cult behavior.
Dirty, man. Like I remember, like in the very early days when it was still just me and my ex there, right? And I was washing his clothes or whatever, and this was probably like maybe first or second time I washed his clothes, and of course, I'm not expecting to see no doodle stains or nothing like that, but I did, and so I ain't think nothing about it. Like, oh man, maybe he had a mistake or something. So I ain't think nothing about it. But then it was reoccurring, and so one day, um, me and me and David had left to go somewhere,
Hey, Cliff.
and
Hey, Cliff.
uh-huh,
I don't mean to interrupt you. Tell Cliff little Josh says hello, fellow survivor.
Josh,
Little Josh.
uh, oh Josh, what up, man? I was just thinking about you, man.
Keep talking. Sorry, I didn't
That's
mean
my
to interrupt
boy.
you. Okay, cool. Right on. Look, dude.
Oh no, you good. You
Okay,
good.
right on.
And so yeah, me and David, we had went somewhere. We had stepped out for a minute, and because at that time the office, quote unquote, was at Victory Way Lane, and so my wife was still there, and so when we left, his clothes were in the washer when we left out. So she took it upon herself to just go ahead and throw his clothes in the dryer, and then she had folded them up, whatever. Well, he throws a hissy fit. I don't want your wife seeing my underwear, and I have stains in them, and well, wipe your butt, and nobody is seeing them. You know what I'm saying? Wipe your butt. Problem solved.
Wash your dirty ass, David. Nobody will see your fucking nasty ass fucking skid
That's too
marks.
much to ask for, man.
Oh, so okay. So was he wearing fucking pads in the deposition? What was he wearing
Josh,
pads?
that's my guy.
Was he wearing pads in the deposition?
Huh?
Was he wearing pads like during the deposition?
Your phone's breaking up, Alex.
Sorry. When he was in the deposition, was he wearing maxi pads that day? You there, Cliff?
Hello?
You there? Hey, Cliff, you there, bud? Cliff?
If you're there, I can't hear you.
How's that better?
Yeah, that is.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
What was it? Shoot, I forgot what I was asking. Yeah. I think there was a question here. Oh, I can't remember. Sorry. Yeah, I lost you there though.
Okay.
Oh, the day of the deposition. Was he wearing pads that day? Was he dressed down because that's just, is that like a part of his daily routine?
Yeah. He ain't going nowhere without them. I don't care if he I don't care if he's wearing a jogging suit, if he's wearing a regular dress suit, if he's wearing that Royal Indian looking garb, he's wearing some pads and panty liners, man. Guaranteed.
No way. Hey, that's so
Guaranteed.
bad. Yeah, David, this takes this type of control and submission tactic. Yeah. Somebody said right here, this is a type of it's demonic behavior, but for sure, right? But this is a type of what is this? Who said it right here? It was right up here. Let's see. Yeah, this is a type of mental warfare. Yeah, Kevin Giacone's right. Yep, you're damn right.
Yeah, it is for sure.
This is the type of shit Scientology probably does. Hey, fucking Tom Cruise, fucking hey, go wash his shitty ass drawers. Yeah. Guess what? You don't get shit for it in the end. Hey, Ricky Wiley. So yeah, submission tactic. Absolutely, abso-fucking-lutely, dude. Imagine David saying, "Hey, pick up my fucking nasty ass skid mark drawers and go fucking wash them." Submit to the fucking apostle that can't even wipe his own fucking nasty ass. Man. I would never fucking submit that low, man.
Man, like that's the biggest thing for me, man, is looking back. Mm-hmm. Like, how foolish was I? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, man, like I get it how you can get caught up in it, but just looking back in hindsight, it's just slapping myself upside the head, man. Like, this is crazy.
But now that
this is really crazy.
But now that we're talking about it, like, and you tell us this, you drop this bombshell on us right now. And it's just like, okay, every time we get a little piece of getting information about David is like turning a flashlight on in a dark tunnel, right?
Yeah,
it really is, because every so often we'll get a piece of information, right? And it'll turn the light on just a little bit brighter. But now every time we look at him, we'd be like, dude, this guy wears fucking pads in his underwear because he can't wipe his own ass.
Yeah, that's the tough guy.
Yeah, everybody in this room.
That's the tough guy.
Yeah, you literally shocked the shit out of everybody tonight, right? And David's all, fuck, I didn't expect him to drop that bombshell. I'm gonna go drop a bombshell right after this.
This the great Moses of our generation. You know what I'm saying? But like when you read the scripture, you know, it said that when when the Most High had came down and spoke with Moses on the mountain, and it says that the people heard him speak. It said that the people was afraid and they was defecating, running away, asking, you know, they told Moses, tell him never speak to us again. You know, but Moses himself, he didn't doodle on himself. The people did. Something's wrong here, David. You got these scriptures backwards. The people who had no connection, no connection with the Most High, they doodled on themselves, not Moses, you liar. How you doodling on yourself? Moses did not do that, man. You ain't lining up with the scriptures. Something wrong. Something is terribly wrong.
This new revelation about David has officially broken, and he's just the worst. And it is like we're sitting here laughing at it, but it really does. It takes this cult mind manipulation to a whole new fucking level, bro.
It does.
It really, really, really does, man. Like having David fucking any of the cult members that are watching, we know you guys are fucking watching right now. I know you guys are watching. You know what?
Yep.
Let me go and turn my camera on here for a minute, okay? Watching you guys now, okay? You're gonna let this fucking slimy piece of shit right here tell you to wash his dirty fucking underwear because he doesn't know how to wipe his ass? I hope you guys in the cult know how to wipe your fucking ass, okay? Because if not, that's a problem. Y'all are living in each other's fucking filth. You know how bad and unhealthy that is, living in that fucking hotel doing that? All right, you guys are living in a barrack. Let's get down to hygiene here real quick. You guys are living in a barrack-style situation. Y'all better keep your fucking asses clean there. Y'all are going to get sick. They're like, oh, well, COVID's still going on. Well, no, you know what? Just by living in your own fucking filth, guess what? You can create an environment that is conducive to fucking unhealthy fucking germs, and you all end up with fucking staph infections, all kinds of shit.
Yep.
David isn't fucking going to be there to help you. A man claiming to be Moses that wears fucking pads in his underwear because he won't wipe his own fucking ass is no man of God. Moses probably had shit thrown on him by people, yeah, right? But Moses didn't physically shit on himself.
No, he didn't.
This is, you got anybody in the cult that's listening, this is mental illness right here. Your cult leader right here, you need to fucking check him because he's not healthy. To do that and have the cult members wash your dirty fucking drawers, David.
And then to take his side, to come against somebody like me who's trying to help you, you caught up in it and don't recognize it. Ask yourself this, staff. Do you wipe your butt? Do you have good hygiene? If so, that's good. That's what you're supposed to have as an adult. Now ask yourself, how come your false prophet, how come he don't have that? How come? How come the Most High don't talk to him about that? How come he ain't transparent about that? What's going on, David? Is it medical? If so, okay, that's fine. But be honest. Be honest. Talk about how you really a slob. Talk about how you don't care about anybody but yourself. And how do I know that? Is because once somebody calls you out on the BS that you stand on, now all of a sudden they're a traitor, they're an enemy, they're a liar. How come they weren't lying when they were saying those things about you that you deemed to be good? Have you ever thought about that, David? How come everybody just becomes a liar once they leave from there? No, we were lying while we were there because we didn't want to be ridiculed. We didn't want to be isolated. We didn't want to be talked about. We didn't want to hear your word curses. And so we gassed you up. We fed your pride. That's why your head is the way it is now. But pride goes before destruction. And the sad part about it is you're self-destructing. Everybody sees it except for you. And that would be the most scariest thing to me because the fact that you can't see your own self-destruction shows you probably ain't even gonna get a chance to repent, boy. You probably ain't gonna get a chance. That's the sad part.
Quick question: did Tabitha know about this habit of David's, where he wore pads and shit?
I can't say for sure. I would assume so because he had them since I've been there, and so like when I got there, she moved out within those first 2 months, and so
Okay.
I really didn't see too much of their interaction.
Joshua Wilcox is confirming what you're saying. He is a Slav. He lived with us during the Chicago
Oh,
Crusades.
yeah, he know.
You know, okay.
Josh know.
Okay, so he knows he's a fucking Slav. Okay, Joshua Wilcox, right on. See, David, see what you've done.
Hmm.
You're bringing all these ex-members together, and they're confirming just what a really bad person you are, what kind of damage you're doing to people religiously. This is bad.
Yes.
Mia Quaco, thanks for the seed, Jake. Thank you. Yeah, this is bombshell tonight. This takes the psychological control to a whole new level. It really does.
Man.
If he's doing this to the other men there, he's doing it to
Yeah.
Tony. I'm sure Tony's the one fucking washing his nasty. Tony, hey Tony, if you're watching this and you're washing David's shitty underwear, bro, you better get the fuck out. I'm talking to you as a man, Tony. I'm talking to all the men in there as men. If you're
All of
washing,
them.
yeah, we're talking to you as men, as human fucking beings. At that,
Yes.
we're just talking to you as human beings right now, you guys. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. We're talking to you as human beings, you guys. This, what David's having you guys do, wash his fucking nasty ass underwear, that is not fucking normal. A man to wear pads because he won't wipe his ass. This is bad.
Despicable.
Yeah, it really is. This is no Moses. This is not the Moses of our generation. If this is the Moses of our generation, guess what? Well, I'm fucking Jesus Christ, okay? Tell you what. Yeah, I'm Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And I would never challenge Jesus, but I don't want the responsibility because it's too much, but I'm just saying. I mean, who does this, David? Who does this?
He can't answer it. He never answers anything we've asked him. You know, and what he'll tell the staff is he don't have to answer us because who are we that he must answer us? But staff, he ain't got to answer us. You answer yourself when you ask yourself the question. If this be true information, which I'm telling you it is,
I believe you.
but if this be true information, is this somebody you really want to follow? Is this the quote unquote strong man that you look up to? A man who wears pads? Stop, man.
I'm sorry, when that shit dropped, bro,
You know
that was the funniest shit, dude. That was the
Man.
funniest shit we ever heard, man.
Man.
Yeah, we did 2 shoes ASMR. Yep. We did. Yep. Man, David. So that makes me want. Yeah, somebody said, imagine David being your dad. I mean, Josh Taylor, this guy's your dad, and he wears fucking pads. Yeah, he's a beta male for sure.
Yeah, Josh know that.
Yeah, your dad's a beta male. So Josh knows that his dad's wears fucking dirty underwear too, huh?
Yeah, I'm sure he probably been wearing them his whole life. I've known Josh since he was maybe 7 or 8 years old, and David's been wearing them that long for sure.
That's weird, man. That's what I don't get. Like, like I said, this just took a whole new fucking. You know, this just took a whole new kind of. It really did, man. This just took a whole new kind of fucking turn, really. Yeah, he takes crop dusting to a whole new fucking level, man. With this. Yeah. This is
No, ain't no crop dust in that.
Michael Parisi, Semper Fi. Josh Taylor was abused. I've been in the next room when he's beaten. He hasn't had his spirit. So broken, he's a victim. Oh, he's a victim. Oh shit. Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
David beat the crap out of him, man.
a lot.
It wasn't all the time, but when he did, it was, I would rather get smaller beatings in between than, them heavy beatings that he would get.
Okay. So he took a few beatings in. So Josh knows that so Joshua knows that Josh took some beatings. All right. So
Yeah,
we know
yeah,
there's
he know.
abuse. Okay. So we know David's beating his kid. Okay. That's still abuse. Oh, I'm sure it all made sense. Javi does Dallas. Why, like when he farted, it sounded like he sharted, right? Because he had that fucking pad back there, probably fucking just like it was already just like seeping full of fucking shit from fucking not wiping his ass, you know? That's just dirty, man.
Oh man.
Man,
Wow.
man, David. How old was Josh during the beating, Josh Wilcox? If you remember. Man, this is just
The last one that I remember he was probably
wow.
16 or 17.
Okay. It seems like David be
The
the type that
earliest that I saw, he was probably 8.
8. Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah,
W-
but Josh Wilcox, he's known them many years before I did.
oh, okay, so Josh just confirmed that he was very young, my dude. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. It wouldn't surprise me. We've heard David when David was just driving with Tabitha one day, he just reached over and like punched her in the face, dude.
Yeah, I believe that.
I do too.
There was another young man who used to be on the staff. He left, I think maybe like 2014, 2015, and David. It was his first time driving, David, and I was in the passenger seat, and he reached right over and he smacked him upside his head while he's driving, you know, pretty much ready to kill us all, because he didn't get over fast enough for David and into another lane. And so yeah, David whacked him upside his head while he's driving on the freeway at that.
Yeah.
So I believe that story.
Yeah, I'll take a felony for David in Minecraft. This is a good
Me
question,
too.
and you could keep private. Is Brooklyn one of the kids? If it's private, I understand.
Yeah, she is.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right. Just compiling more validation for the targeting of David, nonviolent. Yep. We're compiling information. There's so many moving parts to this group, Cliff. Dude,
Yes.
there really is. It's become kind of its own. It's morphed into its own kind of machine now at this point. There really is. There's so many moving
Man.
parts. Like my guy Duck 3, guess what? He's kind of a specialist in an area. My guy Jake, he's a specialist kind of an area. You know, Joshua
Nice.
Wilcox, you guys are all specialists in an area. Michael Perry, he's good. You know, everybody here has some sort of knowledge with this. And everybody knows
Yeah,
what we're doing here. We're trying to get him on fraud. We know for sure he's committing fucking fraud.
for sure.
What are pads?
So many different kinds.
uh Pads, Daniela, they're for like feminine hygiene products, dude. Yeah, like the stuff people that work out are wearing. No, no, no. Pads, what we call pads in America, they're like the pads that like women put in their like when they're on their, their cycle and everything.
Yeah.
Yep. Like, oh, you only know training pads. Okay. Sorry, Danielle. Sorry, bro. Yeah, it's feminine hygiene products, dude. It's for women. They're feminine hygiene products, but David doesn't wipe his ass. So he uses feminine hygiene products in his underwear because he fucking just is a sick, filthy slob.
And he's too ashamed to go in the store and buy them himself. So he sends other people to buy them.
Yeah, panty liners.
And yeah,
Yeah. Oh, Josh Wilcox says he wants to catch up.
Oh yeah, we will for sure. We will.
Dude, I would love to get you guys both on at the same time talking. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome. Get you guys
Yeah.
both talking. How were you
Yeah.
guys there together?
Yeah, yeah. Josh, he like I said, he was there. He's younger than me, but his parents were apart. And then when me and my ex went there,
Okay.
um, I think Josh might have been like a teenager,
Okay.
close to being grown, if not grown. So yeah, he knows some things.
Okay.
I'm sure he's seen a lot.
Joshua Wilcox, what years were you there, bud? Yeah, no, that's good that you guys are going to make contact, man. That's what this is all about, dude, is bringing you guys all together outside of this motherfucking cult, right? As
Yes.
people, right?
Yeah,
Because,
these my brothers and sisters, man. I
yeah,
love them
dude.
very
Josh,
much.
how'd you find out about
And
this?
David tried to put us against one another, man.
How'd you find out about the stream tonight, Joshua? Okay, so we were, man. In the trenches, bro. I was supposed to take over the ministry when David was taken to heaven and then turn it over to his son.
Yep.
7. Damn, you were there for fucking 20 to 21.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Okay, so you grew up in this movement. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, he
Josh.
ain't lying either. I
I
remember
believe him. Nope.
the slide David used to tell.
That's intense, yeah. So he's what there
Man,
for fucking 13, 14 years, huh?
wow, that's a long time, man.
Well, that's great, Josh. I'm glad you're here, dude. I'm glad you caught us on this night while Cliff was on.
Me too, man.
Dude, you know what? This is the shit that I'll discuss this with Cliff and Matthew more off channel. Physical abuse, okay. Physical abuse, okay. It's physical abuse doesn't matter. Nope. This is pretty amazing that you came across this as it was happening tonight, Joshua Wilcox. Because Cliff just barely got in touch with us. Cliff, when did we start talking? A few months ago?
Yeah, like towards the end of April.
Okay. So me and Cliff, Josh, that's why we're all here, man. We're here to listen. We're here to listen, bro.
Yes.
There's a new show coming out on Netflix on called How to Be a Fucking Cult Leader, dude. They made a fucking show, How to Be a Fucking Cult Leader, right? And it's gonna go over Charles Manson, but Charles Manson, he was a fucking piece of shit. That guy was a fucking asswipe.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Josh, don't be afraid, man. Don't be afraid, man. We're here, dude. We're here to listen. We're here to dissect this piece of shit, right? I'm sorry that I cuss, but that's just the way the channel's ran, man. I've had a lot of people ask me to tone it down, but no, not what we know what this asswipe is doing, right? And even now, just what we just heard from Cliff tonight about this dirty piece of shit he won't wipe his ass, and he makes his fucking cult members clean up his dirty shit. Yo, David, you're a fucking pig, dude. That is some fucking pig ass fucking behavior, David.
Hey, but you know what's good about this whole thing, Alex, is you reap what you sow. I I prophesy to David right now. You're gonna be watching somebody dirty draws in prison, man. I can see that now.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Can you
prophesy
see that,
that too.
Alex?
I want to prophesy that too. Yeah. Yeah. I think we can all prophesy that David's gonna wash some tidy whities. No, he wears tidy whities. Yeah. He wears tidy whities. Yep. That's what Cliff says. They're tidy whities. They're not even boxers, dude. It's like the thing is he's got to wear tidy whities, right, in order for the pads to stick to the back of his butt cheeks, right? Right. So he's got to put them in, right? So it's like it's got to like that. And the thing is, dude, if you're not gonna wipe your ass, just wear some fucking Depends, dude. Honestly, that way you could just like fucking stick your fucking hand in your butt cheeks and like when you're done wearing it for the day and just take it off, right? Right? I mean, come on, David, like have some kind of fucking dignity over yourself, man.
Yeah, he a weirdo, man. He wear the tighty whities because he need that for the panty liners, right? And then he'll wear boxers over the tighty whities, and then tuck his t-shirt into his tighty whities. Weirdo,
He tucked his
weirdo,
shirt into his tiny whities.
weirdo.
Oh man. Like
Yeah,
the scene from fucking National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation where Quaid you could see the fucking little thing under his shirt.
yeah, and I'm telling you, man, the reason I'm bringing this out because I could have been blasting them about this the whole time I was there, but I'm bringing this out now because people need to know
Yep.
this is who you think is high and mighty. This clown, this weirdo, this buffoon. You know what I'm saying? This is who you are trying to emulate your life after. This is the person that you are following because you think God is with him. God ain't with him, man. The only God that's with him is the God of this world, the God of this age, Satan, Lucifer. That's it. That is it. Because I can't I can't imagine, man, for all the people who say they've seen, you know, the Son of God, and those who haven't, and those who just, hope and wish to. Can you imagine the Son of God coming with a doodle stained robe? I can't, but his best friend does. His best friend walks around in filth all day long.
Okay, that was something that somebody just posted. Black Anarchic reacts. Does he have any like? Does he know how to take care of himself?
I honestly don't think so, man. Like for real. Like, cause just I don't care how much money I got. I don't care if I have people around me to work for me. There's certain things as a man I just don't need you to do for me. I don't want you to do it for me. And
Like
it's
wash your
he's like,
nasty ass, sweaty, fucking skitty ass fucking drawers and shit, right? Like get me
exactly.
out of, dude.
First and foremost, you know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing in me. I I ain't built on that type of pride where I need somebody doing this for me and doing that for me. And
Yeah.
he always says, I don't need y'all to do anything for me. If y'all wasn't here, I'll do it myself. Put them to the test and watch them crumble. Put them to the test. Because that's what I would do. When he would talk like that, he'd be all, as he say, frustrated. I'm frustrated. You're frustrating the grace of God. You ain't got no grace on your life, David. If you had grace, you wouldn't be destroying people's lives, man. People's lives will be going up, not down. But that only happens when they're with you. Everybody's life goes down. When we get away from you, everybody goes up. It's automatic because you're at the bottom. You think you're not, but you are. You
Okay.
at the bottom.
How?
Every uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. Keep going. How has your life been after this cult?
Man, listen here. Mentally and emotionally, for about the first 2.5 years, it was like, man, am I going to hell? I'm about to go to hell. Like crossing the street is a Mack truck about to hit me, something like that. All the curses that he used to speak on me, that would always play in my mind. After, but like financially and things, everything started going up, immediately. I mean, that's crazy part is even if you make a penny a day, you're in a better financial situation than you are in that cult because you making nothing there, nothing. And so, he tells you your life gonna go down, you're gonna go to hell, this gonna happen, you're gonna get cancer, all about you going to jail and you're gonna get killed. He say all this crap. He's a false prophet, y'all. None of that stuff comes to pass. He tries to use a man after he was already dead and try to say he prophesied that he was gonna die and get killed. But this was 26 years after the fact. He a false prophet. None of his stuff comes to pass. This is why I'm calling him out and that false fake God that he serves. I'm calling them all out because I want all the smoke, David. I told you this before, man. Quit getting up there lying to these people. Oh, and also I want to uh make a correction to another lie, another deception that he spoke about last night when he said that I mentioned that he said I was lying because I said I never saw any miracles. I never said I didn't see any miracles. I said I've seen backs healed. I've seen headaches and stuff like that. I've seen those in them services. But people untwisting out of wheelchairs, no, I've never seen it. David, no, I ain't lying about that. Because if I am, show me the tapes. You got them. You record every single service. Where are the people untwisting? That'll shut me up right now. Where are they untwisting at in your services, David? They're not. Then he said that I said I'm the reason the miracles were happening, and they were only happening because of me. I never stated that either. What I said was me and my ex was being used by the Most High to do miracles before we met David, just like many other people before they meet David, is what I said. I can't take credit. I don't have the power to heal anybody or nothing like that. That's what David says. He says that it's because of Jesus and because of God and all this stuff, but in reality, it's really about him. That's what he makes it out to be. So he's a liar. He wanted to blind your mind to make it sound like I said miracles happen because of me. And nah, I would never speak like that. He know that. You can listen to things I've said, listen to things that he say. And you judge it by that, man. You judge his own words.
I put a Q&A in right now.
Okay.
And it's for the chat. Drop it in the chat section here. What type of pads does David prefer? Yeah. Yes, you do. You're more capable than Cliff, dude. Clifton's thought on members seeing Jesus, real demonic or power of suggestion. That's a good
one. I lied myself. I lied about seeing them. As for the other people, I can't say if they're lying or telling the truth about seeing something, but based off of the fruit that is there in that cult, if there is really somebody appearing to David and these people, I won't say it's the Son of the Most High at all. I would say that it is demonic, that it's an angel of light. It's Satan transforming himself. You know, we know demons and, you know, fallen angels, they got different types of powers. They're not all the same. Yeah, they're all wicked, but they all got different powers. And I believe that whatever or whoever this is that's appearing, if there's somebody appearing there, then it's nothing holy at all. It's something demonic for sure. But outside of it being demonic, I think the majority of the people are just lying because they want to fit in and they want an appearance, but David don't have that for real.
Okay. Jot G says, did you ever hear any women talk about his hygiene?
Afterwards, you know, and because I was around David, I knew that they wasn't just saying it because they were hurt after the fact. I knew what they were saying was true because I'm around him and his nasty hygiene.
So they say, judge them by their fruit. So David's fruits definitely stink. Oh, this is a good one. Jada Shelby, thanks for the question. Cliff, what do you think will be his downfall ultimately?
I think we are starting to see his downfall as we speak. I think it's already begun to snowball. I believe that, as I stated a few moments ago, it's going to be his pride that's ultimately going to destroy him, because David won't tell the truth to save his life. He will. I mean, he lies to his own lawyers. So, you know, somebody who is just staunch about lying, and he is that's his main focus. No matter how he has to do it, he will do anything to convince you that he's not a fraud. When if he wasn't a fraud, the work would show itself. But the work and the fruit that's coming out of his work is it's really it's showing he's a scammer. It's showing he's a liar. It's showing he walks in nothing but deception. It shows he uses half truths. Um, so at the end of the day, he can't stop lying. He got a lying spirit in his mouth. And so that is ultimately going to destroy him. I think in the physical realm, when he goes before these judges and lie, and what we know him to do, when he get up there and lie, that's going to destroy him in this side of life. And then on the spiritual side, we know what's going to happen to liars, adulterers, fornicators. We know the scripture is clear on that. They're going to be thrown into the lake of fire. And so ultimately, like I said, this is just my own personal opinion, and from my observation is that David will not stop lying to save his life or his soul. And so I think that's ultimately going to destroy him.
Okay. Yeah, and somebody brought up a good get a little, and we'll close it up. We'll go a few more minutes here, and we'll let Cliff close it out
Okay.
with some words to the wise. And let's do a case update. Yeah, there is an update on the case, actually, Michael. The judge
Nice.
has basically more or less told David to fuck off with his counterclaims. Okay, he can't drop them.
Wow.
Yeah, the judge David is trying to drop these counterclaims, right? But when
Uh-huh.
you're the initiating party in a suit, guess what? You can't just fucking play half-ass with the courts, right? Especially not federal. So David's trying to stick his foot
Oh,
half in and half out. The judge is like, nope, you can't drop your claims. Nope,
good.
you have to present everything. And at this point, David has to pay everything plus discovery up to this point.
Good.
So David's got to pay.
Good.
David has to pay right now. He's got to pay, right? He's got to pay money. He's all fuck. There goes my maxi pad. Fucking. There goes my maxi pad
Yes.
budget.
Wow.
This was
So he
just.
got to pay everything.
Yep, he's got to pay the lawyer fees plus the court costs, fees, all that stuff. 40 grand goes away quickly, David.
Man.
Does the rest of the cult know that about David's little hygiene habit that he doesn't know how to wipe his ass? Or
No,
is,
only the people that he allows close to him, that he will allow to wash his clothes. That's it. If he even found out that, whether a man or a woman saw his nasty, stinking, filthy drawers, he'd have a fit. He'd have a
really?
fit.
So
Oh yeah,
he's real
he'd have a fit.
self-conscious about it. I would be too, dude.
Hey, wouldn't you, man?
Nah, trial's
Walking
not
around
over.
like Pigpen.
Oh, he's not in Michigan anymore? Okay, Josh said he's not in Michigan anymore. Okay, so he might have hightailed it out to Texas, maybe?
Hmm.
Man, that's a shitty place to be for fucking shitty George, Texas. You have to fucking wear some extra
It's
flow.
hot down there,
Yeah, you have
boy.
to wear some extra fucking flow pads there, buddy. And get the fucking pads with wings and shit. He's all, I need extra wings here, everybody. Okay, I need the pads with fucking extra wings, heavy flow. Okay, that's what I need, guys. Okay. Yep.
Since he had it, he might as well wash with Summer's Eve, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, get the Summer's Eve too while you're at it. Okay, Michelle, come here. Yeah, Josh, where's David at? Do you know? Let's see what Josh knows. You might know. He might be down in Texas or
Yep.
fucking Florida, possibly. He's all, I need the
I'm
angel
interested
wings.
to know.
I am too. We're interested. Okay, so he dipped out of Taylor. But see, he's been broadcasting, it looks like, from Taylor.
Yeah, that looked like Taylor last night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, we're still trying to pinpoint him. No, he can't sing. Cliff, if you could, the cult members are listening. Go ahead and wrap it up here. We're going on 9 o'clock right now.
Okay.
If you could tell something to the cult members in closing tonight, after all the things we've talked about tonight with Michelle. Yeah, absolutely, Michael Perry. What's up, brother? Shoot your question off. I think Michael Perry has a question here. Let me get one more question out to you. For sure. Okay, that he's not in Michigan. Okay, he's for sure not in Michigan. Okay. There's a little bit of a lag on it. Let's give it a second here. Okay, so we know he's not in Michigan. Does Cliff feel bad about coming out and exposing him? You feel bad about this, Cliff?
Nah. Only thing I feel bad about is that I didn't do it earlier.
Okay.
That's the only thing. I wish I'd have done it earlier, so that some of the people who have been hurting while I was there, I could have helped them sooner. That's the only regret I got about coming out at this time, is that I wish I would have done it sooner, but I wasn't ready myself. I had to make sure that I went through the process of the emotions and, the mental and making sure that I wasn't bitter, making sure I wasn't holding grudges and things like that, because even though I'm speaking about what this fraud really is about, you know, it ain't no malice on my part. That's why I can laugh about it, because at the end of the day, I got, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy to be out, but there's many more that are stuck and in much deeper crap than I was in, because I've been out for 5 years and they're still going, and he's getting worse by the day. And so I see David no different than a David Koresh, a Charles Manson, anybody that you can throw in that type of category. I see him just like that, except he has different methods. But the destruction of people's lives is no different, except with them guys, they finally went to the ultimate, which is what we're trying to prevent, just in case David is thinking like them.
Yeah, Duck3 says we appreciate you, Cliff, and I think I safely speak for everyone here when I say we are beyond happy that you're away from here, and I now can see and help fight this war from the good side now. Thank you. Same with you, Joshua Wilcox. You're in this now too, buddy. you came in the right night, dude. I'm telling you, like the way this all worked down, Joshua, with you and Cliff, like this happening tonight. There's a number at the bottom of the screen there. I want you to write that down, Joshua. Get with me. I don't know if you know how to get in, if you and Cliff can get in touch. I mean, if you guys need help, I'll get you Cliff's number if you
Yeah.
need help, Joshua. Okay, for sure. If that's
Yeah. Connect with him, Josh.
okay, I'll get you guys. Yeah, for sure.
And Duck3, I want to salute you, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody. You know, um, don't lose hope. Don't lose sight of what we're doing this for. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all have been on board with Alex for a long time now, knocking this thing out the park. And so, David told us last night, he said, bring the warfare to him. And that's what we're going to do. And so, as we bring this warfare to David, I want all y'all to know, get your popcorn, get your party poppers, because we're going to celebrate soon. Because this devil that's in David is going to be broken, and the people are going to get set free. And so if you got family members there, don't lose hope. Don't stop praying. Don't stop believing, because I'm
Keep loving
telling
them.
you,
Love them harder. Love them.
love them harder,
Love them harder.
because they're going to come out.
Yep.
I'm a living witness of it.
Yep. You know what? Cherish them for their mistakes. Love them
That's
for
right.
their mistakes. We fucking make mistakes. Love them for it.
Yes.
Love them for it.
Yes.
Got you, Joshua Wilcox. Perfect. Okay, I got you, Cliff. Cool. All right, guys.
Oh, perfect.
All right, guys. We'll go and wrap it up there. It's 9 o'clock. The 2-hour live with Cliff. Cliff, thank you again for having you on. It's been an absolute privilege again talking about everything. And this absolute
Anytime,
bombshell.
brother.
Yeah, this one thing about the whole David, wipe your ass too, okay? Do the cult members that favor. They don't want to go around picking up your shitty ass fucking underwear, okay? I sure as shit wouldn't.
Yeah, and y'all need to stop doing it or throw it in his face, man.
Yeah,
I would.
yeah, that is not. You don't do that. I challenge you guys to tell David to wash his own fucking nasty underwear. See what he does.
Yeah. He ain't gonna do nothing.
David's
All of y'all stand up to him. He can't do nothing.
Duck 3 says, be smooth, y'all. David's all, be smooth.
Oh yeah, he always. Oh, and just real quick, man. Speaking of smooth, he don't take smooth dumps. He's always constipated. Always.
You know why? You know why? Now that all makes sense. He's fucking
Nah.
popping pills. Yep.
Yeah.
Constipation leads to popping pills. Honestly, his diet and his behavior, that's sure signs of a fucking pill freak.
Mm. Wow.
Constipation.
Wow.
Yep. You actually when you're
always
when you're taking pills, right? When you're taking like opioids and shit like that, you actually have to take like pills to make you take a shit, dude, because you're constantly constipated. It's just what it does.
And you're right, because that's what I had to do after my surgery.
Yep.
And they give you a separate medicine for that.
Yeah, it's a suppository. You actually shove it up your ass. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
This guy, and I'm talking about all the time. All the time. And so yeah, that makes more sense now that you say that.
Yep. Yep. If he's constipated, it's because he's popping pills, man, and he's not taking care of himself.
Wow.
All right, guys, we'll go and wrap it up. Cliff.
Thanks for this call, man.
It's been absolute brilliant, man. Thanks, man. Have a good night, brother.
All right, y'all. Love y'all. Take care.
All right, we love you too, man. Bye. All right, so there we go. Cliff, thank you again, brother. Y'all, you guys, thank you for listening in and being a part of this chat tonight. It's been absolutely wonderful listening to this, getting this bombshell. Yeah, this whole thing about David's dirty ass takes it to a whole new level. Honestly, it really does. This takes this cult manipulation, control to a whole different fucking level. Yeah, no. Y'all, thank you for being here. Cliff, thank you. Thank you guys for being a part of this together as a group. No, we built this together, guys. We had to do this together. The shit we talked about in here tonight, the literal shit we talked about here tonight. David's like, hey, let's not talk about that, okay? It does. I'm going to think a lot about this because it does. It takes this cult manipulation to a whole new level for me, man. It really does. We talked